Welcome to CaseWare Quick Vids for GAAP Financials. In this quick vid, I will demonstrate the alternate methods used to populate data in the financial statements. There are three ways to populate data. The first is going to be to use CaseWare mapping and grouping. The second is going to be to use the CaseWare Linkage Worksheet. And the third is going to be to manually input data. The default method used in financials to populate data is by mapping. This is a powerful feature in financials, as once you've assigned your accounts in the trial balance to a map number, the client data automatically flows into the financial statements. You are also able to change the default grouping used in your statements in the Financial Statement Options document, accessed by selecting Options from the template menu. For example, while in the financial statement document, if I look at the income statement, you will notice many lines are populated with data. This data is being pulled from the trial balance, which has been mapped to the mapping numbers. If I select the grouping number drop-down, I'm able to change the mapping number assigned to any line. In my current view, I'm able to see the entire mapping structure, including zero balances. To simplify the browse and view only the mapping numbers with account balances, I select Options from the template menu, select Browse, and select Balances. Now notice, if I go to the drop-down, the mapping structure has been filtered and only shows those accounts with mapped balances. In any component in the financial statement, I am able to mix and match groupings. In CaseWare, you have the option to map your trial balance to the mapping structure or up to 10 custom groups. In financials, I'm able to have different lines or sections in financial statements or notes use different groupings if I do not want to use mapping. For example, to change the whole section within a statement to use a different grouping, placing my cursor in the section I want to change, I select Section from the template menu, select Groupings, and now I'm going to select the lead sheet. Notice all the lines in the section are highlighted to indicate they're using lead sheets. If I use the drop-down, I locate lead sheet 20 Sales, and then on the line below, I'm going to locate lead sheet 30 Cost of Sales. If I want to assign a different grouping for an individual line, this can be done by right-clicking on the line, selecting Grouping, and in this case I select Group 2. Notice the highlight has changed and now Group 2 has been assigned to this line. Thus, I've mixed and matched map numbers, lead sheets, and Group 2 all in one set of financial statements. To demonstrate the next methods for populating data, from Bookmarks, I'm going to select Schedules. In the Statement of Equity, selected Note Tables, and Schedules, I can use the grouping drop-down and select one of three methods to populate my data. The drop-down provides the three choices: Input, Linkage, Mapping. When I select Linkage, I can use CaseWare Linkage Worksheet to link individual cells in the table to different kinds of information found in the working paper's trial balance. Opening the Linkage Worksheet is done by selecting the Linkage button from the Case View menu. This method may be used, for example, if I have an account that is not mapped but I know the account number. I select the account number tab, then depending on the cell selected, in this case the current year cell, I select the appropriate positive or negative link button. In this example, I will select the positive link button for account 10. Once the worksheet is closed, notice the current year data is automatically pulled from working papers and a calculation has been created. This cell, similar to mapping and other groupings, is now dynamic, and any changes to the trial balance that affect account 10 will automatically flow into this cell. Please note that using the Linkage Worksheet cells need to be linked individually. Please see the Case View help for additional information on the Linkage Worksheet. I am also able to make any line in a statement an input line. This can be done using two methods. The first is to select Input from the drop-down, and now you can type manually into these cells. The second method is to select a line, right-click, select Line Properties, and then select Allow Input Override. Once this is done, cells can be manually typed in. Please note that a red dot will appear if you are overriding a cell calculation. That concludes a quick vid on populating data. Thank you for watching.